Well, a question that arises here is that what if for someone, if someone does not have access to someone with this good expertise that they can get help from, how can they grow? I mean, if they do not have access to a good coach, or they cannot ask someone about their questions, then what do you suggest to them?
Well, I believe their journey will be a lot more harder.
Right.
A lot more hard. So they of course can Google, but what bothers me is I believe if you Google just some algorithm, probably half of the materials, if not more, will be of low quality or not what you need.
I see.
So probably you can read all of them and somehow understand which of them are good and which of them are not. But it will take time. So unfortunately, if you don't have a good coach, you have to be prepared to spend a lot of time to filter materials to find what you need. In practice, for example, Codeforces, I believe blogs are of high quality.
Mm-hmm.
You can also, for example, calculate, understand if the material is relevant by the number of comments. So if there are a lot of comments and they are mainly positive, then probably this material is nice. Mm-hmm. You should read it.
Right. And is there anything that we can do for them? I mean, maybe, for example, what are the things that people can get from people with more expertise? And now that we live in a world with internet connection and everything, can we somehow provide such things, maybe advices, guidelines, and maybe some teaching materials for them, so that those people who do not have direct access to people with expertise, they can get benefit from them?
Yes, I think so. For example, I know several people who just, for example, wrote their own CP book. So they feel like I'm an experienced programmer. I want to share my experience with the world. Right. So I will make a big list of algorithms and my explanations of how these algorithms work. For example, Peltorator made such a book. Several years ago, a person with handle you know me or something like this made a very big list. You know who, maybe?
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Didn't you see? So there was a huge post,
right,
in which a person made a comprehensive list of all algorithms, data structures.
Oh,
it was really nice.
I'm not sure about who did this. I think I haven't seen that blog.
Maybe I need to recheck the handle. Okay,
yeah.
Never mind. At the moment, he was top 1 by contribution. Because of that.
That's interesting.
Okay, so definitely when a person feels like it, they can make a good big material with everything they know. But this is a lot of work, so it's kind of hard to perform such an act. So basically, you can just write good blogs. It's not like explaining all topics that you know. It's like explaining one topic, but really well.
Exactly.
With some links to problems where you can check that you understand the algorithm well.
Yeah.
In this site, I really like Codeforces edu because although it's still very small,
yeah, exactly.
But it's a good beginning. It's a really good beginning. Yeah. I hope more authors will go to Pavel Marin, who is like admin of edu, and say, I want to prepare a course on this topic. They will decide on the topic and make course. Actually, I would like myself to do something there. The only reason I didn't was that I was preparing for ICPC and it took really a lot of time.
Right. Yeah, Codeforces edu is very good and nice, but exactly, as you said, it's so small and that's only a few topics there. And it's not really enough. So
Of course.
yeah, so that would be it's problematic. Own dream is somehow to maybe I wanted that in a few months I can cover the most of the necessary topics, and I wanted it to be free and accessible for everyone so that they can just go to the YouTube page and they can see all the related topics, all the enough resources for problem solving. You know, that was my own dream, but I don't know how much that's feasible and how much time and energy it would take. So maybe I should think more about getting help from others, etc. But I think we really need that. I mean, someone should do that after all, because there are a lot of competitive programmers and still there's not a video version of teaching everything anywhere. So I personally believe that it's enough and now someone should do it. Do you agree?
Well, personally, I believe in Codeforces to do that it will grow. For some reason, it hasn't been growing for like a year or so, or maybe more. I don't know why. Maybe I should ask.
Yeah.
But yes, I agree that it is a good thing that you are going to do. It is feasible, but it depends on how much in detail you want to cover all topics.
Yeah, you're
and
right.
Also under which rating point. For example, if you want to cover all materials needed for a grandmaster title, I think it's more than feasible. But for LGMs, you need much more to know.
Yeah, and from somewhere, for example, in order to become an LGM, well, those people do not have any issue for finding resources. Most of the issue is for people who want to start. But once you get to some good level, then the rest of it is easy for. I mean, you have some insight that what you should do. You know what I'm talking about. Then you should solve a lot of problems, take a lot of contests, and maybe in very rare cases learn some very complicated algorithms. But most of them you don't even need that. You just need to improve your problem solving skills. But yeah, I think that there are a lot of people who don't know where to start and where to move forward. And I think especially that point should be worked on a lot. So
yeah, maybe I write a blog about starting in competitive programming.
Right.
But again, for example, from my point of view, I can't teach a lot in this.
Right.
In this matter, because of two things. First, because I started in mathematics, so I do not recommend everyone to start working so much in mathematics and then coming from that into competitive programming. At least because it's not healthy and useful for all people. For some people, it's okay to never know what a proof is, and they will be fine with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for some people, it's not.
Yeah.
And secondly, because I always had coaches which could help me.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.